Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So today I wanted to talk about the topic of developing resilience. So we'll get to that in a second. Relax, slow your breath, slow your movements, slow your speech. Basically settle down. Do you ever feel like you're just rushing everything? You're breathing fast, you're talking fast, you're thinking fast. It's often a stress and anxiety response. Adrenaline, cortisol can fire things up. But with some practice and awareness, we can tone that stuff down. So, developing resilience. What am I talking about? In my view, and I did not look up the official definition, but resilience is developing the capacity to deal with difficult things. That's my explanation of it. I think it's pretty on target. So developing resilience to your own experience, to your own life, is key, because for some of us, we've had a really rough time. And if we're not very resilient, our symptoms, our emotional situations, chaos, life, job, work, family, you name it. If we're not very resilient, these things can bring us down, crush us even, emotionally, mentally, even physically. It feels crushing, right? And so developing resilience is the ability to deal with difficult things and keep getting up, right? And this could be as much as, you got fired from your job, or, a relationship breakup, or you name it. A pet died, a parent died, whatever. Sometimes life can be really lifey, right? Life can be really crappy. That's just the way it is, Nobody's life is perfect. Don't compare your life to some imaginary perfect life. It doesn't exist. Everybody's got stuff. Stress is part of the experience. Symptoms, getting sick, all part of the experience. Now we can maximize our benefits by taking care of ourselves. We can absolutely improve our situation with chronic symptoms through the things I teach. Accurate knowledge about how this brain, this human system, the nervous system, the pain system, how fear and stress and all these things work and interact with each other. And we can improve our life by learning how the system works and then working within that system to give the brain what it needs to make a better decision and turn off these false alarms. So where does resilience come into play? It really comes into play with learning and developing the capacity to deal with difficult things. Look, I heard somebody say in a meme or something yesterday, a bad day is still just 24 hours. In other words, hang on, you'll get through it. All right? Everybody's got a bad day. But don't catastrophize and think that just because today is tough, my life will be tough. Right? Don't assume that because symptoms are high today, that they're going to stay high. They don't have to. Right? Really important. Resilience is your ability to deal with this is tough, but I'm going to turn it around. It will turn around. Flare-ups settle down. And they settle down much sooner when we know what they are, what's causing them, fear, perception of danger, attention. And they will settle down when we convey credibly, I'm going to be okay, because every flare-up you've had has settled down. So this one will too. And you can speed it up by responding to a flare-up with calm, clarity, cool, chill, if you will. trust that these are all false alarms. And you know that because you've studied, you've learned, you understand how the system works, that the perception of danger is what turns on symptoms, but that danger can be perceived and not actual threat or danger. And so by understanding the true knowledge of how the system works, we can absolutely influence this brain to be less overprotective and turn down and then eventually turn off these alarms. You know, I had 13 years of chronic back pain and sciatica, and I've been chronic pain free for like, I don't know, probably 12, 14 years. I don't know. I wish I wrote down the dates exactly. I should do an analysis and figure it out. But the point of the matter is, pain ends when you teach the brain you don't need it. I know that sounds very cut and dry, simplistic, but it's how it works. When the brain buys the messages you're sending and recognizes that, wow, you mean these are false alarms and that there's no physical danger going on, the brain will turn off the symptoms, as it's done for me and countless others. You want some evidence? Go look at painfreeyousuccess.com. You'll see well over 100 success stories. Go to painfreeyoubook.com and read the book reviews. So many of the book reviews read like success stories, people benefiting by this knowledge, assessment, and teaching their brain to end their pain or symptoms. People are getting better all over the world. It's incredible. So, developing resilience becomes easier when you recognize that, this tough thing I'm dealing with, it's temporary. And how do you know that? Because you've learned about it, and you've done the assessments, and you've decided this is what's going on for me, and you've decided if other people can do it, so can I. So developing resilience is your ability to pick yourself back up and say, all right, buddy, all right, lady, let's go. Keep moving. Because the only way not to get better is to give up. And I don't believe for a minute that you've got give up inside of you. You've got get up and keep moving inside of you. You've been doing that for a long time, so I honor that. And I respect the fact that you're still here watching, still here learning, still here implementing, still here knowing deeply that there's a better future for you. And so, doing my best to help you get there, but the implementation is really up to you. I can point the direction, but implementation is up to you. If you'd like some more help, read the book, painfreeyoubook.com. If you're not in the U.S., just look for your local Amazon, website. It's on Audible in audio version, as well as Spotify. Look for Pain Free You on Spotify or Audible. You'll find it. But get the book. Read it. It's a nice reference point for all the things I teach here on a daily basis, all in one place. And if you really want some direct access to me and some direct coaching, consider the group, painfreeyougroup.com. And so I'm going to wrap this one up here. I hope everybody's doing fantastic and are enjoying your weekend. Happy Sunday. And as always, love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.